In Myanmar's Rakhine state, tens of thousands remain displaced. The United Nations is calling on Myanmar, also known as Burma, to prioritize reconciliation efforts and provide citizenship to the stateless Muslim Rohingya after violence between Buddhists and Muslims earlier this year. Many are living in overcrowded and unsanitary camps. FSRN's Corben has more.
After weeks of intense clashes in June and October that killed nearly 200 and left thousands of homes and buildings destroyed, tensions remain high between Buddhist and Muslim communities. Displaced people have been living in temporary camps for months without access to jobs and school. The United Nations Chief for Humanitarian Affairs, Valerie Amos, travelled to 8 camps in western Rakhine state. She says while conditions varied, the Maibon refugee camp was particularly shocking.
The camp is one of the worst that I've seen because it is extremely crowded. The tents themselves that people are sheltering under are of extraordinarily poor quality and almost non-existent. So people are very crowded. Men, women, children inside these tents that are basically for smaller numbers of people. The sanitation is very, very poor indeed. Water, so people getting access to water for bathing, for cooking and so on is terrible. There is no school and the children cannot go to school anywhere else.
Amos says Myanmar faces several humanitarian challenges. Up to 500,000 people are internally displaced from multiple local conflicts, especially in the eastern areas near Thailand and China. She held talks with President Thein Sein and welcomed the reforms he has implemented over the past 18 months. But she called for the government to address their concerns and offered UN assistance. The issue of citizenship for stateless Muslim Rohingya is highly sensitive in the country. Many Buddhists claim the Rohingya are Bengali.
Donors and countries need to continue to put pressure on the government of Myanmar to sort out the issues of citizenship and at the same time to begin the process of reconciliation. Having visited 8 camps in these communities, it's my view that whilst there is clearly a very strong lack of trust, that local leaders and national leaders need to help to bring the communities together to begin the discussion.
The UN says they have raised $27 million in aid for the displaced in Rakhine state, but need a further $41 million by June 2013. Amos is also concerned about thousands of internally displaced people in eastern Kachin state. The UN says 75,000 people have been forced from their homes due to fighting between the Kachin Independence Army and Myanmar's military. Amos says aid was badly needed to assist 40,000 people in areas where the UN lacks access. Corben, FSRN, Bangkok.